What is up, mortals? Alex here, yet again with another deck profile, as always. This time is on a deck that you can see by the titles and odd eyes, but it's on a deck that I enjoy playing. Ever since we got Duelist Alliance and I saw Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, I saw like the potential of it, and I fell in love instantly. So I decided to pick up the cards, and I've had them since then, which is like August 2014. I just recently put this together because of this guy right here. As you all know, I was playing Pendulum Magicians prior, but Pendulum Magicians didn't really touch Odd Eyes at all. So I decided to go ahead and make a dedicated pure Odd Eyes deck, which just pumps out Odd Eyes every turn after turn, and it wants to end your opponent very quickly. And I will go through the deck real quick and tell you some of my choices, because there are some cards in here that some people do not know they exist or don't play at all. Okay, let's start with Odd Eyes Pendulum Arc Dragon, or Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. This is the brand new card that made the deck that much better, like tens of 1,000 times better. If you don't know what it does, as you can see, is a normal monster, but it has a pendulum effect that if an Odd Eyes card you control is destroyed, you can special summon one Odd Eyes monster from your extra deck, graveyard, or deck, and that's once per turn, which is really crazy. You can summon all of your guys that you couldn't special summon them before, like Odd Eyes Lancer Dragon or Gravity Dragon. You can get any of your face-up extra deck Odd Eyes monsters if they went there by its effect. So this card is actually really clutch. It's probably the heart and soul of the deck, even though Iris it's that much better, but you have to play 3 of this. You play 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. I am not playing with the original artwork just because I got rid of my old tees a while ago and I only currently have 1 secret rare. Plus the alternate artwork is pretty nice. But again, you have to play 3 of those. Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Odd Eyes deck. Not much to say about that. The best universal pendulum searcher, 3 jokers. It fetches pretty much anything in your deck. You can search an Odd Eyes to search a tuner, or you can search any of the flavor Odd Eyes for like whatever situation you need, like whatever tool you need, Joker will get it for you. So 3 of those. And to go with the Joker, I play 2 Performable Pendulum Sorcerer, which in my opinion is the best pendulum card in the game. I'm not maxing out on it because you can search it through Odd Eyes and Joker. So you can go Joker into Sorcerer, pop an Odd Eyes, use this effect to float into another Odd Eyes that you might want at that moment, and you can rank forward from there. So 2 of those. 2 Persona Dragons. I really wanted to do 3, but I feel that 2 is a little better. But in testing, I found that the 3rd comes up a lot. So I'm going to keep testing with 2, and if I am missing the 3rd, I will add it. I am also doing 2 Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. At first, I didn't really like this card. I didn't think it did enough. But after playing, this card is actually MVP at times. It has 2 effects. The pendulum effect says that if one of your guys battles, you can make that guy gain 1200 attack. So whatever your opponent is attacking or you are attacking, it gains 1200, which is really, really huge. Especially if you're battling with a Joker, it becomes 3,000. If you're battling with Sorcerer, it becomes 27. So it's really good. And the monster effect is if this pendulum summon card attacked and dealt damage your opponent, you can burn your opponent for 1,200 times every Odd Eye scale that you currently could have. So maximum will be 12, minimum will be 1,200. I mean, maximum 24 and minimum 12. So this card is really good for the closing games and the extra burn damage. So 2 of those, 2 of these, 2. Now for the one-offs, I play 1 Odd Eyes Lancer Dragon. Let me show that to you a little better. Odd Eyes Lancer Dragon is a really cool card that you couldn't really play before in a dedicated Odd Eyes deck since he's a level 8. You can't really pendulum summon. But he has a really cool effect that if one of your guys is destroyed, you can tribute a pendulum monster and summon him. And while he's on the field, he protects all your Odd Eyes cards. So if your opponent would destroy any of your Odd Eyes cards that you control, you can destroy another Odd Eyes card in your hand, field, or pendulum zone. So he's really cool. Plus he's a 3,000 beater. It's really good. I am also doing 1 Gravity Dragon, just mainly because it is a dedicated Odd Eyes deck. I want to be able to play all of them, all of the Odd Eyes forms, and Gravity Dragon is still pretty strong. It wins against back row decks. You bounce it all, and they have to start paying 500 for every card they activate, which is really cool. And one Odd Eyes Dissolver. He's just mainly here for the fusion aspect. You want to get him out through Odd Eyes Arc Dragon and then fuse for Vortex. It's really cool. Plus, he's a performable name for a Sorcerer to search if you want to pop 2 instead of just the 1. So just the 1. Remember, you cannot Pendulum Summon him since he's a level 8, which is just ridiculous. Should have been a level 7. And for the last 2 one-offs, Odd Eyes monsters, 1 performable Unicorn and 1 Mirage Dragon. Unicorn, I haven't really used him at all, but I still want to have it as for the pendulum effect mainly. Being able to boost the Odd Eyes attack by the attack of the performable is actually really relevant, since if you have this guy, you can boost your Odd Eyes by 2,000, 12, and 15. So I still want to keep the 1. And Mirage Dragon has actually been pretty good. I'm not doing 2 because I only own the 1 copy, and I don't think 2 is like necessary. So just 1 of each of these. For the last few monsters, I am doing a Magician packet. Some people are not doing or touching the Magician engine because they don't really do much for the deck besides like help you make some extra deck monsters, and that's the main reason why I have them here. You have Junke Magician, which is a pretty good beat stick, level 7, light, negates light monsters effects, and it's a dark. That doesn't really matter, but having it on scale, it helps you make Odd Eyes Rebellion and Odd Eyes Raging Dragon. So I decided to do just the 1 Junke, 1 Dragon Pit as a level 7 target for exceeding, or a high level scale, or high scale level 8. 1 Oath Dragon Magician is actually pretty good. If your opponent Solemn Warning or Solemn Strike your Pendulum summons, you can start like getting them back through Oath Dragon, which is actually pretty good. For the last 2 Oaths, I am doing 1 Noble Dragon and 1 Astrograph Sorcerer. Noble Dragon is mainly here for the synchroing aspect, as you know. I'm trying to make every Odd Eyes card in my extra deck or in the deck as possible. So I decided to add just these 4 Magician, no Wisdom Eye, no any of the other ones. Because I only play 1 Pendulum Call, so I get whichever 2 I need for that moment. And remember that Joker searches the Magicians as well. And Astrograph Sorcerer is just like a huge beat stick that helps you keep advantage. If one of your cards is destroyed, you can special summon him and grab another card of the cards that were destroyed that turn. It's a pretty good card. Very, very solid. For the spells, I'm doing 3 Terraformings. You want to get to Sky Iris ASAP. Sky Iris is the best card in the deck. If you open with it, you're going to be in a good position, like advantage every turn. Especially if you have Iris and Odd Eyes Arc Dragon, you're just going to start overwhelming your opponent with Odd Eyes. 2 Spiral Flame Strike. This card is actually really cool. I started with 1, but I quickly added the second one. It's actually pretty good. It searches one of your Odd Eyes monsters, and or it lets you fight back row. If your opponent is sitting on the 1 back row that you don't know what it is, it's probably a strike or warning because no one else plays anything else. So you can blast it with this and like have your Pendulum summons be successful. So just the 2 of. Again, searching more Odd Eyes, mainly Odd Eyes Arc Dragon is actually really helpful. I'm playing 3 Iris, as stated before. Best card in the deck. You want to get your hands on this card as soon as possible. For the searchable spells, Odd Eyes spells, I'm doing 1 Odd Eyes Fusion for Vortex and 1 Odd Eyes Advent. Odd Eyes Advent can summon any Dragon Ritual monster, but in this build, I'm only doing Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon, which is a pretty cool card. I'm a big fan of it since Ritual Summoning is my favorite mechanic. So I wanted to play 1 of each. And they both have the same effect that if your opponent has monsters and you don't, you can use monsters in your extra deck to summon the guys. So it's pretty good. 3 Duels Alliance, Universal Searcher for your deck. Searches pretty much anything. Searches Sorcerer, searches Odd Eyes. Basically anything you might need at that point, Duels Alliance will search. And it can also search the Pendulum Call that you play. And since you're not really scaling the Magician's Pendulum Call's effect to not being able to be destroyed, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't come in play because you just want the Magicians to exceed or like synchro or whatever with it. Max C is the last card. Well, not last card, but Max C is the 40th card. And I decided to play 3 more cards. The deck can search at any time you want and get its hands on whatever you need. So playing 40 cards, it's actually not needed. So I decided to bump it up to 43. And those 3 cards are 3 Summoner's Art. Summoner's Art, it's very key in the deck mainly because of Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. It's a normal level 7 dragon, so searchable by Summoner's Art. So if you open with Summoner's Art and Sky Iris and some other Odd Eyes card, you're going to be doing a lot of things that turn. So I decided to just make it 43 and add these 3. Plus it doesn't hurt to like have more consistency. And another thing that I can also search in Dragon Pit Magician if I need to pop a scale before I go to do my pendulum summonings. So that's it for the deck. Let me go through it one more time. Also look at the sick mat. My friend Caesar gave it to me, so shout outs to my friend Caesar. Alright, that's it with the deck. Let me show you the extra deck. One Vortex Dragon, probably my second favorite Odd Eyes form. Being able to negate anything once per turn is really cool. Recycles your pendulum monsters. It's a really cool card. You can summon it anytime you want. This deck is awesome like for that. Like you can summon any of the Odd Eyes. Whatever flavor you need at that time, you ask for it and you get it. One Starving Venom Servant Dragon. It's a pretty good card. It doesn't require you to have a poly. And having a beater out of 2 jokers is pretty good, or any 2 dark monsters. Plus he copies an effective monster in the field and or graveyard. It's pretty good. For the synchros, 1 Meteor Burst for now. I want to do 2, but there is no space in the extra deck. So, but the 1 is actually pretty good. Again, you can summon it. You can summon any of your Odd Eyes from anywhere because of that guy. Remember, so you playing more than 1, it's kind of redundant. So just the 1 for now. 1 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, protecting your setups, protecting your high level monsters from effects. Pretty good. 1 Ignister Prominence. A lot of people might be asking, how do we make this in the deck? Remember, the Noble Dragon requires a Odd Eyes monster to special summon, and if you don't use an Odd Eyes monster, it goes to the bottom of the deck, which is fine. So how do we make a level 8 Synchro? Well, we have Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. So we can eat the level of any of the level 7 guys, or just pendulum summon it like that, and make a level 8 Synchro with this guy. So just the 1 Ignister because it's the best pendulum card in the game. For the rank 4s, Abyss Dweller, no need to explain that. Beats over like half of the meta. Utopia and Lightning. I don't need to explain these. That's it for the rank 4s and 5s. For the rank 7s, 1 Big Eye. Hardly summon it, but you still want to have it in the extra deck as an option. You don't want to be caught with your pins down, as most people say. 1 Flare Metal Dragon. If you have Flare Metal Dragon and Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon, that's 1,000 damage and payment that you have to like do every time to activate anything. It's a pretty cool card. Big fan of it. Plus, after you push for a lot of damage and if you fail to kill him, you can summon just this guy and end it right there. I am doing 2 Absolute Dragons because it's the best extra deck Odd Eyes monster right now. Besides Vortex, of course, but he can summon Vortex, so 2 is like mandatory. A lot of the times you'll be sending 1 with Odd Eyes Fusion, and that's why I really like Oath Dragon to recycle all my extra deck monsters that I use for my special summons. For the Pendulum XCs, I do 1 Odd Eyes Rebellion Dragon, which is my favorite Odd Eyes in the game. So sick looking. It does a lot of damage. If you summon these 2 guys, Raging and Rebellion, you probably will win that turn. These guys do a lot of damage to the field, and once you summon them, your opponent won't know what's happening, just because like you have to jump through a lot of hoops. But once you do, it's over. So good. 1 of each though. Wanted to have options. And for the last extra deck card is a DQ Talker. You hardly summon it, but it's pretty good to have access to extra zones, you know. Plus, it's more damage. Anyways, that was my take on the pure Odd Eyes deck for this format, November 2017. This deck's a lot of fun. A lot of people have been trying it since everything got reprinted. Everything's very cheap. If you guys want a fun deck to play online, on real life, give this deck a chance. It's no Magicians. It can't not do a lot of the naughty things that Magicians can do. But it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it for the past week and a half, and it's been great. If you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to comment down below, and I will answer them as soon as possible. Also, I will be bringing you a lot more videos on World Challenge soon. And I have a Cyberse deck profile that I want to do later on once I get my cards on the final. Once I get my hands on the final cards, I'm sorry. But expect those, the World Challenge series that I will be starting. And hopefully I will be doing some duels with my friends at regionals and or at locals. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. Stay tuned, comment down below, like the video if you like the deck. Check my channel for more, and stay golden. Peace. Alex, out.